with the dreadlocks and stuff. He looks pretty cool.
I think they did design the two champions after Alien vs Predator.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case.
So we're being told here to keep calm and be nice. You can earn RP and win skins. And basically our Keep Calm and Be Nice campaign is meant to improve the overall
community.
Yeah, the community over here in Southeast Asia.
Make the whiners less whiny.
Make the whiners less whiny. So friend or foe? I don't know. We're switching around slides here really fast. So I'm going to talk about this really fast. Are they friends or foe? SGS Chowie there. In the background is Darkness. He's wearing that fedora, rocking that hat. And in the foreground we do see on the right Monkeys. This little article that was written up by the Malaysian team is basically about the match between the Singapore Sentinels and the KL Hunters that we're going to be watching tomorrow at 8 p.m. That is going to be an exciting match. There's always this rivalry between Singapore and Malaysia.
Yeah, even in games as well.
I mean, just overall.
In general, yeah, it's like...
I mean, but it's hard. I mean, when you have a country as awesome as Malaysia next door, it's hard not to be jealous.
The Malaysian blood in you
No,
is
I'm just
boiling.
I love both countries. If I'm staying here, I've been here for like so many years. It's like both countries are my home now.
Yeah.
And they're right next to each other, so... But it's cool to see both teams, they're always like sharing strategies. Swimming against each other.
It's like they are enemies yet not enemies.
Yeah, that's why hence friend or foe. And the cool thing about Kazakhs, like some of you guys are mentioning over on our IRC, is that his skin, his alternate skin, looks
exactly
pretty
like
damn
alien?
badass. No, it doesn't look like an alien. He's got mecha Kazakhs. And he gets like rockets and...
That sounds like the Cho'Gath skin.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit like Battlecast Cho'Gath, but he's called Mecha Kazakhs, and he's got more of an anime style look to
like
it.
those like Gundam kind of anime, is it?
Yeah, he's very lithe. He's very very agile looking. He looks really cool.
Actually, more like Zoids if you say it that way.
Zoids are a bit blocky though. He looks more acrobatic and flexible. And we are checking out the IRC chat here over on the GPL. So if you guys want to chat with us, you can always let us know your thoughts. I'm actually gonna be
checking out the YouTube video.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm also looking at the YouTube chat as well in case anybody's chatting over there. But our preferred chat is over on IRC. So let us know if there's anything wrong with the stream. We've been messing around with the settings as of late. So one of the things that I want you guys to let us know about is
the volume?
Not just the volume. How's the volume? Yeah, let us know what the volume is like. The other thing is the in-game
audio sound
video, like the in-game visuals. A lot of people were complaining that the in-game visuals were a little bit faded. So we've messed around with the settings a little bit. We've increased the contrast, try to make it look a little bit more vivid, and let us know whether the colors on our in-game video are a little bit better now.
I would say like our faces are a little too bright. Don't you think so?
Not really.
Not really? Oh, okay then.
Or maybe I'm just dark. But yeah. So somebody
Mid
here,
AP plus
what do I think of mid AD plus support? I think that, some people are saying that the audio is a bit soft. If I get more responses, then we'll tweak the audio, but if it's just one person, then I'm going to have to...
Ignore that. Not really ignore. They try to fix
the game audio was too soft apparently. Okay.
Yeah, but apparently
so AD and SP at mid. I think that it's a strategy that... It's like gimmicky. It's just like how when you swap top and bottom lane.
No, but
it depends on the matchup that you have. So sometimes if you're gonna do the swap, you need to know like what advantage you have there. So in that game between the Saigon Jokers and the Manila Eagle, they did that swap with the goal of pressuring the mid lane, but they didn't pressure the mid lane at all. In fact, it was Ari who was getting the kills over in the mid lane, despite the fact that it was a 2v1 situation.
But I would say it was good play on the Lee Sin's part. He did quite a fair bit of ganks that were actually successful, and not just successful, he got both kills. So it really helps Ari in that sense to kind of like snowball the entire game.
But they're asking about the effectiveness of the strategy. So yeah, if it depends on what kind of jungler the enemy has. what kind of champion that they have in lane. Obviously, you don't want to send Vladimir down against a 2v1. What made them think that Vladimir was going to do better in a 2v1 than
surprisingly,
Ari?
he was doing alright.
But he got his tower went.
Yeah, that's true.
His tower going down that early was not alright. I mean, if you look at it, his tower went down way before Ari's tower went down. So.
And that's the thing
so
about.
So he was not doing alright. Yeah, that's what my point is, that he was not doing alright. Vladimir in that 2v1, one of those champions that doesn't do well early game. You don't want to send him against a 2v1.
And that's the thing about mid lane as well. Mid lane is, I would say, harder to push down than bot lane because it's way easier for the jungler or top lane or bottom lane to come and assist the mid lane if it is getting pushed too hard.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay. Special interaction between characters. Yeah, it's pretty cool when they have that. They have that between a number of champions, like when you use the smoke screen. When you use Grave smoke screen on Nocturne. And also between Diana and Leona, they have that. I think between Rengar and Kha'Zix, they have something as well. When you buy the Bone Tooth necklace, the trophy item for Rengar, and you get a kill on Kha'Zix, you actually change the item to Kha'Zix's head.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. So that is really interesting.
But one correlation I would love to see is the correlation between both Leona and Pantheon. There isn't really any like in-game interactions between both of them when certain things happen.
Yeah, Leona's supposed to be like
his childhood friend. Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be from the same community. That would be interesting to see. But I think that they're really building up on it now. They're doing a lot of stuff in terms of the story, and I think Riot has just so many awesome things planned out.
Yeah, it's like they've came out with so many different champions already, and you wouldn't really expect that the next champion to be totally original.
There's been a lot of people talking about how to play. The thing though is that she's a very high skill cap champion, and there's Echo right now, so we might have to check with that. Let me just test that again. Let us know when the Echo has gone away.
Faded.
Some bans right now.
Support champion isn't really one of the stronger ones. And on TPA's side, they're going to go with a Vladimir ban, which is pretty normal as well, considering how annoying he is to fight against with his troll pool, like running around all around in team fights. It just makes it so hard to focus him down. And obviously TPA doesn't want to have that happen.
Yeah, not at all. Vladimir, one of those. I've seen TPA banning Vladimir a number of times now.
Yeah.
So seems like they don't like Vladimir as well. I don't know if they're gonna leave him open after what he did last.
2 Warmocks just makes him so hard to take down.
That does get banned.
But not as often in the recent days. It's probably like I think it's cause people have thought of ways to counter him already, and wow, leaving that Shen open, BKT just gonna pick it up off the bat instantly.
I think this may have been a bait here. I think they baited that Shen pickup because they wanted Rengar.
Yeah.
And I think Rengar might be one of those champions that will be able to fight against Shen. This is going to be interesting to see how Shen does against Rengar.
And I would love to see what rune Stanley goes for, because he might be going for the AD Rengar, as it is still pretty viable as well.
So he is going for physical damage. That's going to give him more burst on his Q ability. Let's get back to the game first. Let's finish off those picks and bans. Wow, they're going to go for Caitlyn.
Yeah,
Caitlyn got some buffs recently, and that was in the form of her Piltover Peacemaker having higher damage, or rather the drop off of the damage is lower right now. So as the Piltover Peacemaker goes through enemies, the damage goes down, and they kind of buffed it so that less damage is reduced.
And the thing about it is TPA already favors Caitlyn even before the buff. You can see her being played by TPA quite often. And now with the buff, it's just gonna make BB so much stronger. And Geno gonna pick up the Sona together with a Corki, and for the jungler, it's probably gonna be a Skarner there.
So Skarner plus Leia on Shen would mean a lot of disable. That would be
CCT.
That would be an alt, the impale from Skarner as well as the taunt from Shen. A lot of abilities there to lock down people basically.
Yep. And wow, and you can see TPA's champions are actually pretty vulnerable to being locked down, especially Caitlyn and Orianna there. Caitlyn not so much because she has quite a far range and she has that caliber net. It's just gonna get her away. But Orianna on the other hand, the moment she gets caught, it's gonna spell trouble for her.
Yeah, the thing about Caitlyn though is that she like you're saying range. I don't think that she's gonna get engaged on by. Oh. And we are gonna be seeing BKT swap over to Nautilus, not Skarner.
Nautilus, also a decent pick. I would say it's pretty good pick as well. As in, would you prefer Nautilus or would you prefer Skarner? I could see that you don't really like Skarner as a champion.
No, I think Skarner is an awesome champion. Just that you have to build a team a little bit different. There's nothing wrong with Skarner. I think that he's a great champion. I've seen a lot of teams do extremely well with him. In fact, they were talking about during the Korean tournaments that Skarner paired up with 2 AP champions was a very dominant strat over there. So as long as you have it properly thought out, like how you're gonna use Skarner, I'm cool with that. Nothing against Skarner. Great champion. Yeah, very fun to use as well.
And yeah, as you were saying, all you need to do when you have a Skarner in your team is be able to burst down the guy that Skarner tags on. So yeah, having that 2 AP carry is actually a very good strat to kind of like work on that, capitalize on that strength of Skarner to be able to burst down one guy. Especially suppression does not source into tenacity. So bursting the guy down is gonna be a piece of cake if you have 2 APs. And here we go, we do have all the picks being gone down, and BKT gonna go with Ahri, Corki, Nautilus, and Sona and Shen for their last pick. And TPA gonna go for Orianna, Nunu, Caitlyn, Rengar, and Jace. Who do you think, by looking at both teams now, has the stronger team comp?
I would have to say that I like both team compositions. I don't really okay, let me have a look closely. I don't see a huge advantage. Okay, in the lanes, so it's gonna be Ahri up against Orianna. I have to give the advantage over to Ahri for that one. Over at the bottom lane, we're gonna see Corki and Sona up against Caitlyn and Nunu. I like Corki and Sona, but now that they buffed Caitlyn, especially with her new Piltover Peacemaker, might see Caitlyn doing much better in that lane. Over at the top lane though, we're gonna see Shen going up against Jace. Jace, I feel, this is interesting. We thought that we're gonna see Rengar going up top, but Jace up top, I think he's one of those champions that can deal with Shen. He's got that range, he's got that percentage-based damage as well. So let's see how well that does. I want to have a look at Little Balls. Interesting pick there, Rengar in the jungle. What kind of runes is he going to go for?
Attack damage and attack speed runes, which, wow, we haven't seen Rengar being played as attack speed before. Because people who play Rengar tend to like to burst as much as they can within that short span of time. Right. And he apparently is going for a more consistent kind of damage build. And going for the very most junglers actually go for this build, 9-21-0. Because it does help with the jungling speed, that extra 6 damage. The return damage that you get from when creeps attack you is just going to help you that much in the jungling speed.
Alright, so somebody wanted to look at the runes and masteries again. Stanley here going for a completely aggressive build. Okay, this is a little something different from what we've seen usually. I normally see top laners going for that 21 points in defense.
Yep.
But Stanley
9-21-0, right?
Stanley is, 9-21-0 is what we usually see. He's going to go for 21-0-9 this time. And that's going to be a lot more aggressive. His runes, however, are going to be more conventional, going with physical damage, armor, and magic resist. That we see very often, and is not something too special there. Having a look at the runes over on BB, this is a little bit more different from what I've usually seen.
Yeah, he's going for mana regen, which is pretty interesting for Caitlyn as well.
Mana regen per level to boot, so he's not expecting to continue that spam.
And he is all set up to go. He might be going to the mid lane, I'm not too sure. Because mana regen does assist the AD in kind of like harassing a sneaky a sneaky champion who kind of like is very good at running away. So
Yeah.
that range is just gonna help her a
They
little
could
bit
they
there.
could go for that push. I'm guessing that that mana regen is basically so you can continue spamming that Piltover Peacemaker. So we are just a couple of seconds away from the game here starting.
And it's back to us.
It's going to be loading up. So looking at their team composition, we see a lot of poke over on the side of
TPA. Yeah.
They've got nice long range there in the form of Orianna. They've got BB as well with that long range poke. And if should anyone try to come in, they've got not Demolish. They've got Nunu.
To keep them all away.
Put down that absolute zero. Allow them to break off, keep some distance, as well as the mobility and poke from Jace. So very, very poke-oriented team composition over on TPA.
And and the thing is, they do have the ability to engage in as well, like going all out for an engage, because they do have Orianna's out, they do have Rengar to jump in, they do have Nunu to throw in the slow, and Jace just deals so much upfront damage.
Yeah, I think they can jump in, but probably not against a team like what Bangkok is fielding right now. They probably do not want to go in. There's a lot of you don't want to go against Shen and not.
Yeah, that is true.
And
and
so
Sona
definitely
as well.
not. They have the ability to jump in there, but they do not want to do it. Like it is not strong enough for them to do that. Over on the side of the Bangkok Titans, they have a lot more CC and burst, I feel. I think I like Bangkok Titans strategy a little bit more. I find like kiting strategies are hard to pull off. They sound good on paper, you keep your distance, you shoot from afar.
But the moment one of your 5 members make a mistake, you are forced to go all the way in.
It is difficult to execute. I feel like poke comp strategies are more difficult to execute. We're going to see a little bit of aggression here. Leia running into the enemy team there. Kind of surprised that she went for that Orb of Deception when they were expecting a level 1 fight there.
Yeah, that is true. That is a pretty interesting. But the thing is, I would say TPA having an Orianna as their AP mid would find some trouble trying to counter jungle them. Because Orianna doesn't really have 2 spells to combo into with her command attack. So yeah, that's one disadvantage there for TPA if they do decide to go into the enemy jungle. And so both teams going for a very, very passive start. You can see the Orianna gonna be a very nice guy and help the jungler leash there. And BB just gonna guard around the area. Probably I don't think we will see a lane swap, because everyone is around the region of the correct lanes there. Wait, we might mistake here. Gonna be a bad guy and just steal the Wraith here.
Looks like they might be executing that mid lane AD strategy. Nope. Looks like they're gonna go hit bot.
Yep.
Okay,
just in for the Wraith, like to slow down the enemy jungle.
Oh, and it's been a long time since we've seen conventional lanes. Okay, AD carry support over at bottom. Yippee-ki-yay, we're back to the norm here.
I would say I kind of miss this.
A little bit, yeah. I like seeing that tension between the AD carries over at the bottom lane. We're gonna see nice use of that range by BB. Putting down that poke very early on. They've got that blood boil. Because of that, I think that BB is just so strong mechanically. If you look at the way that he moves around and uses that poke, able to just drive Corki back very, very quickly and very early on. Mainly because of his mechanical skill.
Yeah, and the thing about Corki is he is a very mid-range champion, so trying to counter poke a Caitlyn will be so tough. Oh, and we do see a little poke here. Xerath here getting a bit low. Will he get taken out? He is. Wow. Getting out just in time. That last hit with the headshot is not enough damage.
So I'm supposed to increase the minimap scale because it is too small, and I've just done it there. Now you guys can have a look at exactly what is going on my minimap. And that was some serious brutal action there from BB, just utilizing that range. And I like how he's dipping in and out of that brush. We are going to see an invasion here by Lil Balls. Will he be able to get into Geno? Geno there knows what's going on. He's going to go for that
Bola shot.
Immobilized.
Yeah, that Bola shot with his max energy is just going to slow him there. And he still goes on for the engage. Geno here getting a bit low. Look at that burst. Oh, that double leap. Really, really nice play there by Rengar. Going to burst Geno all the way down from full life only left with 2 bars of health. And Little Ball probably set in for a free red buff here. Just gonna pick it up really quickly.
Yep, that was a nice invasion there, stealing the red buff. That's gonna put Nautilus quite far behind over at the top lane. Looks like Stanley has the lead in that lane. 17 versus 15 minion score right now, but he was pushing up all the way towards Roron's turret there. So this is a new player.
Yeah.
Actually, the 2 new players for the Bangkok Titans. Oh, Zara's there in big trouble. Is he going to be taken out by that Piltover Peacemaker? Down goes Mistake. First blood there. And we're going to see the TPA Assassins forced to back off.
And Stanley here just gonna put, well, Stanley is just winning every single trade. There's nothing Shen can do about it. The moment Shen dashes in, all Stanley has to do is go into melee for him and knock him away. And not to mention he deals a lot of damage with that knockback. Especially, we do know Stanley's style of playing. He likes to max the knockback skill first.
Yep, that Thundering Hammer is going to deal massive amounts of damage. We're going to see a gang coming in here. Nice juke there by BB. Going to make sure that he does not get hit by that dredge line. Pretty easy for him to avoid at that range. ABC here. Going to continue farming at mid. Let's have a look at that CS. Oh, we see a gang coming in here by Little Balls going for that attack on Leia. Going to flash away, and that will keep him relatively safe over in that lane. Yep, more jungle invasion coming in from Little Balls.
But now that the Ahri is out of mana, she will have to go back. And Roron here just getting pushed all the way into tower, suffering in his CS. Wow, just missing so many last hits here.
Whoa, nice juke on that taunt. If he got hit by that right next to the tower, would have been a couple of extra hits for no reason at all.
You see, Roron is actually forced to max his shield because he's just getting poked way too much.
You can see here BB displaying the power of Caitlyn with all of those pokes, really. Oh my goodness, down goes Xerath. I do not think he was expecting to die there. And those traps, really everywhere. Just really great job here.
Wow, and
BB.
Schools here might be in a bit of trouble. Roron here getting poked. Wow, that shield just gonna negate all the damage. And Geno here comes in, try to go for the gang on Stanley. Stanley might not be able to get, oh nice juke off the dredge line. They're gonna get him away just in time. Wow, and Geno is definitely unhappy here.
Oh, great. He manages to pick up that kill, and right now Renga is coming in from behind. We're going to see them trying to go in for this kill on Geno, and it is going to be an easy pickup from what looked to be a bad position for Stanley to be in. He turns that around.
And that's the thing about like professional players. You can see like despite being in such pressurized position, they still have the alertness to dodge skill shots.
Right, turning around those dire situations there. Really keeping calm and cool in the midst of all that. Not an easy thing to do, but Stanley showing us why he's one of the deadliest top laners here in the GPL.
And Lil Wells here just gonna hide in the bush. We might see a little gank go down on Ahri. She does not have the ward, so she... Oh wait, but I think the previous ward in the middle of the river kind of spotted him out.
Oh, here we go, getting in there. Little Ball's gonna get hit by that. Oh, Leia still has that Spirit Rush, but it's not gonna be enough. Oh my goodness.
Awesome flash follow-up.
Who would have thought that Ahri would get ganked there by a... by somebody like Rengar. He got that Spirit Rush and he still went down so quickly.
And that was a very decisive engage by both Orianna and Rengar there. You can see the moment Rengar jumped in, Orianna throw in her command protect and follow up directly with the ult.
Ouch. He just hammered him right in the ass.
Like proof Dr. Amigo Pro View. And while Stanley here just gonna have the farming time off his life, gonna farm non-stop, 29 gold there, you can see a little plus. And Lil Balls here just gonna steal the blue. And Geno, poor old Geno, is just so under level, gonna flash in. Angry Geno is really mad, just gonna flash in, throw in the dredge line and attempt to get the kill, but this does not look good for him. He is getting kited pretty badly. And oh, Shen goes in for the taunt. Nice taunt on XABC, but their life is a little too low. Stanley comes in from the corner. Geno gets really, really low. Nice flash by XABC. Gonna catch up Roron here, trying his best to run away. Will he get out in time? The speed boost from both Jace and Orianna is just so intense. And wow.
Acceleration gate. Are they gonna be able to close in and finish him off? Nope. That was a crazy chase.
Yeah, that was a crazy chase. And the combination of both Jace and Orianna just makes it so hard to escape.
Yeah, they've got that dissonance.
Yeah, and they do have the acceleration gate as well. Just gonna bring them to, just gonna boost their speed so much. And over at the bottom lane, it seems that Corki is suffering a bit. 36 CS to 68 CS. That is a huge CS gap there.
Look at his mistake is just gonna hang out in that next brush, in the second brush at the bottom.
With that pink
Able
ward.
to zone them out really fierce here. Look at that. Wow. 38 minion score here for Corki, while Caitlyn is sitting at a very hefty 72.
I would have to say I feel
now.
bad for BKT this game. Their CS is really suffering from almost every single lane as well.
Right. They're gonna Valkyrie away there by Corki, trying to remain safe.
Yeah, that harass by Nunu is just, standing here getting taunted at the tower. He should be fine. He does have the health to tank it out.
He's even got that Philosopher's Stone to keep up in terms of sustain there up against Shen. And normally you see Shen doing so well in those lanes, but this time around, it's not doing quite so well. Nice combo there from BB. And just look at that damage coming down there. Xerath really has to be careful right now. Still has that snipe, the ace in the hole. They got to really watch out there. Don't want to get hit by that. Nautilus is coming in. They want to save this turret, but is it going to be too risky for them to go for this?
They do have 3 people at the bottom lane, so it should be pretty fine, I would say. And they are going for the push. While BB here going so upfront, a bit risky there. But BB seems to be he really loves to do the caliber net into piltover combination.
Yeah, it is something that is quite cool. He's really accurate with that.
And the thing about it is, I think it is a very good idea to use that because the slow goes down on Xerath. Xerath here really vulnerable. Will the shot be able to take it out? No. But does the ignite take it out? No. Gets away in time with that last bit of health. Standing here getting taunted, but continuously dashes forward. Roron here not being able to win a trade. Dia coming in for the taunt. Standing here gets bursted down with ease.
But over at the middle lane, they're going to go for that dive right onto Geno. The middle turret here may go down. There are 3 minions that are able to tank that. And down goes that turret. That's going to be first turret kill being picked up by the TPA Assassins. 5,000 gold in the lead right now. TPA BB here should be able to pick up this bottom turret as well. They've got that launch siege minion over there. Going to be able to tank up and soak up a lot of damage. Little balls here going for that second turret over at middle lane. This is a very early attempt on that second turret. And it looks like BB is going to be content with not going for that turret straight away. He's going to be happy with just zoning them out.
Yep. And it's like, tower ain't no damage. Me go take out the tower before it deals any more damage to me. And wow, look at the farm differences. 59. 50 on Corki is to 100. That's like a double. There's like a ×2 gap between both the AD carries of BKT and TPA. And
right,
TPA
he's
here
almost at a 4,000 gold right now.
And they're just going to pick up a free dragon here. There's like 0 competition going on.
Yep, massive amounts of gold. He's going to head back, pick up that BF sword, and be a dominant force in this game. Richest person on the team right now, that would be Oriana, sitting at 201 as a score and 4,600 gold, just bathing in that money.
Yeah, and she's bathing in more money every single time she kills a creep, and she's just going to swing to the Wraith once again. Once again going to repeat that. A lot of AP carries nowadays, especially in the tournament scenes, like to pick up the Wraith and leave none for the jungler.
Yeah, they do go for that very often. The Wraith, getting those Wraiths while your jungler concentrates on counter jungling is a strategy that has become very common, and it provides a great benefit because your mid is going to get more farmed up while the enemy jungler loses more farm.
Yeah, and Rengar definitely does not like that ward. Going to jump in all the way to take it out. And we might see a gang on top. Stanley here going in for the engage. Roron forced to dash away, but he is pretty high on health, so going for a successful gang might be a little bit tough. And Shen is aware of something. Goes up for a ping on the tri-bush. And wow, Roron here just got to force all the way to the tower, not being able to farm. And nice ward. No wards on TPA's side. Surprisingly, there's no ganks at the top lane. But Nautilus is in pretty bad shape, I would say. That he isn't able to pull off successful ganks. And wow, tower at bottom lane gonna go down as well. Getting pushed so hard by BB and Mistake. Mistake here just gonna tank a few tower hits. But nothing to matter. One consume will just reset everything back to normal.
It looks like over at the bottom lane, they're going to leave Corki by himself. The new BKT player, SKLZ. He's getting bullied here over at the bottom lane, and there's not really too much that they can expect him to do. I mean, Caitlyn there with that blood ball. They're going in for that gank over at top lane. Stan charges in there. Is he going to be able to jump right onto Geno? The charm misses. Here goes the ult from Nautilus. It is not enough. Down goes Geno.
And wow, now they do have a free push at top lane. So much pressure going on every single lane, both top and bottom. TPA, BB. Oh, nice engage. Skulls here might be in a bit of trouble. Mistake here. Just gonna throw his absolute zero, but flashes away in time. Zera's here in really, really bad shape. Just a bit of health. Will she be able to throw out? No, not enough damage goes down. Con goes in. BB gets countered despite having to despite having to despite having to net away. But now BB really, really overextending a bit too much and too long. Mistake here, looking in bad shape. He might get taken out. The follow-up Spirit Rush might be able to take him out. He is in a really, really bad shape, but yeah, no chance of escape in that situation at all. They overstood their welcome a little bit too long, but in exchange, Little just going to push out top tower a bit. Nope, not deciding to do that. Jay's going to push out the mid lane instead. Yeah.
So that was 2 kills, but that was a good 2 kills there for BKT, but the exchange was those 2 second layer turrets, and that is a huge, huge, huge loss. And you can see there by looking at the gold score where the TPA Assassins are about 10,000 gold ahead. This is at the 15-minute mark. Let me remind you guys, very early into the game still. So seeing this kind of difference this early on is huge. Pretty bad.
Yeah. It's like what happened in the previous game between SAJ and MLE.
Yeah, it seems like deja vu here. We're going to see the TPA Assassins do exactly what the Saigon Jokers did to the Manila Eagle.
Oh, and you can just see the warding that TPA Assassins has done. They got like almost the entire jungle on BKT side warded.
Ouch, a 2-spell combo there, knocking Geno down to half health. Literally chunking him there.
Yeah, Geno is like really, really underleveled that he isn't really able to do much about it. Even in team fights, he has like 0 presence, I would say. And Stanley here just going to push out the top lane, and I think they might be looking for a split push or at least go for a Baron. They do have the strength to do that. And BKT BB here just BKT BB just and TPA BB here just going to push out the bottom lane once again non-stop, and if they do decide to overextend again, they might just get caught out there.
So we're going to have to watch out here, taking a lot of damage from that Phosphorus Bomb and Rocket combo. We do see the cleanse being used there. He's going to use a depth charge landing on BB, but the rest of the team is able to help out. Little Ball coming in from behind. Will he be able to pick up Geno? That's going to be an easy kill for him. Double kill right now. He's going to turn around and go for that final kill. Nope, it's going to be BB who picks that up. Leia shuts him down, and he's going to be escaping from that one. Shen did not have his stand united up, was not able to keep his teammates alive in that fight. BB trying desperately to vamp leech back as much life as possible, going for that bottom turret. It is now down to half health. That blood ball really allowing him to chip away at that turret very quickly. We are going to see the minion going down though. Who's going to pick up that turret aggro? It is Mistake. Down goes the turret, and this looks like a very, very strong game for TPA. They're going to even start poking away at that top lane turret. If they lose both turrets, it's going to be a big, big problem for them. Roron there trying his best to defend, and he is going to be able to. Stanley not wanting to stay in there for longer than he has to. He's going to back up. Oracle's being picked up by Geno. They want to get back some of that map control.
And we do see Geno here finally being able to pick up some of his jungle after getting cornered jungle so hard. He is just level 7, not even like half the level of TPA's highest level character, which is just comes to show how hard he has been counter jungle this entire game. And Lil Balls here, being the man he is with that thick amount of health, just gonna stick around in the middle lane. Wow, engage goes on a Lil Balls, will he be able to get out in time, throws out the bola, but to no avail. But nice juke on the Ari's charm there, just gonna get him safe, just gonna let him escape safe and sound.
Yep, they didn't want to take a risk there. I like how they didn't use the shockwave from Orianna. They wow, wow, look at that flash there from Geno. Wants to keep that Oracle's elixir alive. Don't want to lose that.
Getting the oracles on Geno, I wouldn't say it's the smartest idea because he dies way too fast.
Yeah, he's 0-5 right now, the most deaths on the entire team. And he's a champion that needs to get in there as well.
Yep. I think the moment he gets in there, he's just gonna die instantly. And we do see a steal on the blue buff, which is not something BKT wants happening, but there's nothing they can do about it. They are like way behind in terms of gold farm. A whopping 11k difference.
Over at the mid lane, looks like BB's going to start putting down that pressure. Dredge line comes out from Geno. Like I said, he needs to get in there, but every time he gets in there, he's going to get blasted away. He's taking about half of his health there in damage already. The mid turret now getting a little bit low. They're going in for that pounce. Oh, nice Orianna ult. They're going to deal a lot of damage there. Going in, Renga just staying at the front line. Roron, they're going to pop his Stand United. Is he going to be able to get away? No! The shock blast takes him out. BB tanking that turret as he puts down that ace in the hole. Triple kill for Stanley. Is he going to pick up the quadrant? No, he does not. Right now, one-on-one with Corki.
Yep, and he's just going to give his team the time to take out the middle lane inhibitor without any pressure at all. And they will probably be swinging to the bottom lane to take out the next inhibitor, but the whole of TPA is getting a little bit too low, except for Renga. Renga is still pretty healthy, so he will definitely be the one who jumps in if they do come for the engage.
Yeah, they have that life steal though on Caitlyn. You can see her there just healing up really quickly.
Yeah, and Geno, this being so low level, is able to revive really quickly. And TPA deciding, very good choice to back out now, considering they're all like below half-life. BB here just gonna last hit, just gonna attack all the creeps and regain some health with her Bloodthirsters.
And in fact, they're gonna go for the Baron here. They know that they can afford to do this. They know exactly where BKT is on the map. BKT probably thinks that TPA was gonna teleport home because they were all on low health. But because of the fact that they managed to take out those two inhibitors and put on so much pressure on that base, they have the vision and the ability to pick up that Baron. And I think that this might be it. This might be the final nail in the coffin.
We can just see the goal difference between both of them. Let's check out the goal gap.
It's 22.9 versus 38.1.
And in terms of the personal goal gap, you can see that, oh my god, Orianna and Caitlyn is at a whopping 8.4k with Jace 8.9k. There's no way BKT is able to hold this off.
Yeah, I see this one as something really hard to come back from. We got an Infinity Edge and what is almost a Phantom Dancer over on Caitlyn. Picking up that red buff for good measure, just making sure that nobody has any chance whatsoever of getting away from her. This is going to be it, the final push. We see Renga coming in from the top. And Shen just retreats straight away. Does not want to be anywhere near that mess. And here we go, going for that top turret. This is the last turret and inhibitor, or the last inhibitor. Very low on health, this turret. It's going to go down very quickly. That shock blast combo with the acceleration gate deals massive damage in there. That's the combo. Little balls jumping in with that thrill of the hunt. Very nice use of it alongside the Orianna shockwave. That have not seen that being done before. But that was worked really well.
But if there was a little mistiming that, because Orianna's ult only hit one guy where they anticipated three.
Right. I think he cast it just that little bit early, and this is going to be it. The Nexus goes down, and the TPA Assassins grab the second game of the day. Really exciting matches today. It was crazy. Both matches, the teams just steamrolled through the enemy. Yeah. And it just shows you guys how good these teams are.
And I would like to say the focus is on SAJ. Right. Because they are going to be the one that represent us in Season 2, and they have been improving so much over the past few weeks. 15 weeks to be accurate.
Right, so we are going to be having a lot of more exciting watches.
Watches.
I was going to say matches this weekend, and then it became like match and weekend combined to watches. And so matches this weekend. We're going to be watching the Singapore Sentinels versus the Taipei Assassins on Sunday. And why that is really exciting and why that has me anticipating that match so much is because we're going to be seeing the new lineup of the Singapore Sentinels. We've got Kai Ling back in the jungle. Over at the top lane, we're going to see Hallelujah taking over the position of the Bruiser away from Tofu, and that's because Tofu is going to be heading in for national service. So if you guys like Tofu, make sure that you keep supporting him. I think I'm not sure what his role will be once he enters national service.
They haven't really assigned him yet.
We'll probably be seeing a lot less of him. Over at the bottom lane, we're going to see Darkness and Equivocal. Equivocal taking on the role of AD carry. That's going to be interesting. He's actually going to be coming out from the support to AD carry, but the two roles are intertwined and they are so strongly related to one another that I don't think that Equivocal is going to have a tough time coming as a support into the role of AD carry.
He does have the idea of how bottom lane should be played and the typical strategies being implied by both sides, so he should be doing fine there.
And last but certainly not least, we've got the AP carry role. That's going to be taken on by Chowie. So Chowie, one of those players that has